Now, one of the really cool things about parkour here, guys, especially since I have impact bracing mod, is we're not going to take any damage when we jump from here. Look at that. Lost 6 health. That's it. No more sprained legs or anything like that. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die. Today we are going to go and turn in that quest that Knabble and I completed at the nuclear missile silo. I don't know what the reward is going to be, and I'm pretty excited to see it since it is a tier 4 completion. Knabble has actually progressed the trader enough to get those tier 4 quests, and I think he might be getting close to that next upgrade, so let's go ahead and jump on in here and check it out. Now, we're a little bit low on food and water, and that's mainly because our chef has not been online, but he shall be here shortly, and it looks like we've got some food in here, so let's turn on. Yeah, by the way, this is Trader Forehead.
Job. I knew you could do it.
Okay, so we've got steel knuckles and herbal antibiotics as a reward. We're going to go ahead and just take those steel knuckles in case we ever want to swap over to the knuckle build. I don't think I'm going to be doing that, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it anyway. So we're going to ask if she's got any jobs. We have ourselves progressed up to tier 3. However, none of those quests are very good. So let's just see what she's got for sale. If there's anything that we may want. It looks like she's going to be restocking here shortly. So we'll just go and wait for her to do that and buy some food. Since, again, we're running rather short on it. And we've also got some of those. So we're pretty stocked up right now. Might just go ahead and try and loot a little bit while we wait for Knabble to get back. Can't hurt us. We found another trader. Is around this area right here. And we haven't really gone south. I think I might want to go ahead and check that out. I don't know. I don't know for sure what we're going to do. I can tell you that the snake is going to die. There we go. I really don't want to harvest that either, just because I want to keep my inventory room. So let's take a ride on over south side of things and check it all out. We could hit up some of these buildings along the way, and I might actually just do that. I'm not really sure what all Knabble has looted, but knowing him, we can probably tell if any of this stuff here is busted in. And we also got parkour the max rank. I'm not sure if you saw that last episode, but it really does help in terms of navigating. And it looks like these guys haven't been touched yet, so why don't we just take advantage of the fact that it has not been looted just yet. Easy clear. Right. Well, I say that, and I didn't even think to check this door, so chances are maybe. Okay, interesting. Ooh, double barrel shotgun and water purifier mod. So that water purifier mod, this guy right here, will allow us to drink, well, toilet water. And it may not sound very good, but it's going to help keep us alive. So let's just check out the rest of the stuff that's in here. See if we can't pick up anything decent. Now, I have invested a little bit of points into... You know what? I'm going to take that for somebody else. But I have invested a little points into our pickaxing skill. Mainly so that we can break into stuff like this a little bit easier. And it's just an overall help, especially when we're mining and trying to get some resources. Which is why Knabble let me do most of the picking in the last episode. But I guess we might as well just go ahead and have a quick bite to eat here. I really wish I could have some red tea while doing that, and I did forget to put some of this concrete mix back away at our base, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and I kind of want to use this double barrel shotgun. Don't know if I want to use the bow. Let's try out the bow for a little bit. Maybe some silent stealthy kills. Alright. And as soon as our stamina gets back up, we should be able to get into this guy. Any day. And a big part of why it's taking so long is because, again, as you can see, our water levels are fairly low. However, with that water purifier mod, which I'm actually going to go ahead and slot into our gear right now. Just going to put that on the helmet, because that's the slot that it goes in. And we might actually just head to that lake that's somewhat nearby. If we can find anything to fill that up with, we'll just do that. So one thing that you guys may or may not know is that when you grab a mod of any kind and it fits on, it will change these weapon stats. Now, Rad Remover is actually one of the more endgame mods. So we'll see radiated zombies, and those radiated zombies will heal themselves. They're very tanky, very, very difficult to try and kill. So let's put this on here, and as you can see, our damage on a pistol goes up. It's just a base damage increase as well as the effect of this. So we're going to complete that. And whenever you mod something, you always have to reload. So make sure you do that so you don't find yourself in a really bad predicament that you could have prevented before. Let's just finish on looting here. Get some of that duct tape. Duct tape is always good. And probably don't need any more paper right now. Just toss that on the ground, and we can probably take a look at this Special Tots daycare. But before we do so, there's the lake up there. We might have to actually clear this out to see if we can get any kind of food and water. Try and be quick about it. It's like we're really not going to get an opportunity to use that bow just yet, but that's alright because we got our machete here. And I gotta say, guys, this thing has come in real handy since we started doing the knife build. Honestly, it's probably one of the most underrated weapons that there is. Normally I'll go for a sledgehammer build. Sledgehammer is incredibly good as well. I mean, you can more or less wade into hordes of enemies and knock them down and AoE, and it's just really strong, but this is going to be another interesting build here. Got another mod. Not sure we can put another mod slot on here. We can't, unfortunately. But this is really nice because it gives that heat resist, and we're constantly needing that. So we might just swap out this banded armor and see if we can put it somewhere else, just so that we can have that modification slot. Let's just do that. And as you can see, it actually changes the cosmetic on here. So we got this fashionable little hat. And I'm going to see if we have a slot available with this banded armor on. May not, yeah. So we're losing a little bit of armor, but also gaining some heat resistance, which is going to help with our overall food and water consumption. Let's just take this guy off here, and if we find any upgrades later on down the road, we'll go ahead and just pop that in there. Okay, so we actually have a book here, which is really nice. We're just gonna learn that. Why wouldn't we get any water, right? Maybe one of these vending machines will have something for us. There we go. Just take that and, you know, we might as well. Might as well. Just eat anything and drink anything we can possibly get our hands on. At least until Tickle gets back. So this episode's going to be mainly about just picking stuff up and looting it and trying to progress a little bit more. I figured you guys haven't seen a whole lot of the progress, and I wanted to give you guys an idea of the kind of stuff that I've been doing just in between episodes here. Mainly just doing quests, exploring, seeing what has and has not been looted. And just showing you the overall progression of our character and how much more powerful we're getting. It's like we're not going to find much anything of use here. I don't know if I want to have that take up a slot. A lot of the stuff that I'm not picking up is somewhat useful, but in terms of the nitrate, we actually have a nice little mine by our house. Oh, that is really good for Tickle. That is really, really good. We're going to have to bring that back to him. But we don't really need to grab any nitrate while we're out and about anymore, just because we have that available to us. Which means it gives us room for other items that are not quite easily obtainable by other means. Just put on some arrows here, and this is a nice new bow, which I have not been able to find prior to that, so that's why I kind of want to test it out. Back door. Yep. Let's see if we can't test it out, or find someone to test it out on. Always gonna want cloth, mainly because it is one of the more important materials when trying to mass craft duct tape, because you need to use glue and cloth to make duct tape. So another thing that we're looking to get is paint, and the best way to get paint is to scrap dyes. So pretty much any piece of clothing that has coloration on it, we're going to pick up and grab and really make sure that we are scrapping that dye for that paint. That way we can make our house look nice and pretty. Alright, let's see what we got up here. Look like there's a lot. Not yet. Yep, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Fortunately, we're not quiet enough yet. We're sitting here wearing heavy armor. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get a shot. That's more like it. Feels a lot better than the primitive bow, that's for sure. And sure seems like they're feeling it a lot more as well. Slap some bleeds on them, and there we go. Definitely starting to get some nice upgrades here. Really just want to make sure we look at everything, because here we go. Bows do 10% more damage at night. You know what? I think it was meant to be. Frankly, that's just amazing, since we picked up a nice little new bow here. Looks like we got a tiny little library. Maybe we can get another book. Paper, might as well take that since we're going to be getting an abundance of it. It doesn't look like we were lucky. That's alright though. That Night Stalker book was more than worth it. Let's see if we have anybody here. And you know what? I guarantee you there's going to be zombies sitting somewhere up here. Oh, look at that. Okay. I would be absolutely shocked if there was not one sitting up here. So we're going to see if we can just bait it on out. There he is. Very good, very good. Alright. Let's continue on. Got another filing cabinet. And look at that! You know what, we're gonna pick that up and just maybe just store it in our bike. Or we can probably learn it right now, but I don't know. Tickle's been mentioning that he wanted to do bows, so I think the experience that I would gain from reading it is gonna be far less useful than giving it over to Tickle. Especially since he's been going out of his way to invest in the living off the land and more of a support build and just really trying to do everything in his power to keep us alive. And we want to make sure that he gets something out of it as well, since he's not able to go around and loot quite as much. And it looks like Knabble did indeed tower up to that, but that's alright. Now, one of the really cool things about parkour here, guys, especially since I have impact bracing mod, is we're not going to take any damage when we jump from here. Look at that. Lost 6 health, that's it. No more sprained legs or anything like that. Cannot get much better. And, you know, I would be really shocked if he didn't go through any of these. If anything, gotta hand it to him for being efficient when it comes to looting. I use our parkour to just skip the nonsense and jump right on up here. Probably could have used our bow right there, but it's alright. I would imagine most of the stuff that's in this area is gonna be looted, especially the bear den. But you know what? Just in case it's not looted, I want to show you guys how really just cool this POI is. Yeah, this POI is probably one of my favorites. It really is charming. Might be able to build it here.
I have returned.
And it looks like Knabble is back. So we're going to go ahead and say hi to him real quick. But before we do that, I just want to go ahead and tell you guys that we have...
that way. I get it.
He's upset.
I get it.
He's upset. So I want to tell you guys what we have in mind for an upcoming episode. And that is a scavenger hunt. So I'm just kind of prepping right now, seeing if we can get a little bit more levels before we do that. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun doing the scavenger hunt. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy it because we're going to include a little bit of PvP in there. And it could get pretty fun and crazy and wild, and I can't wait. So look forward to that in the next episode. We're just going to look right in here. And as you can see, the bear den earned its name for a reason. We got 2 bears in broken cages, and not really sure I want to deal with that because they've definitely seen us. So we're just gonna quickly loot everything we can right here and try and jump out as quickly as possible, because the last thing we want to do is deal with zombie bears breaking through that door. We are gonna kind of just dip on out and run away. But seems like Knabble and I are probably going to go ahead and get ready for that scavenger hunt, wait for Drek and Tickle to log on, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. So look forward to that scavenger hunt, and we'll see what happens. Until next time, guys, take it easy.